Someone to Watch Over Me is one of the earlier films directed by Ridley Scott. I've seen all of his films except for maybe like 3 or 4. I haven't seen 1492 or A Good Year, and maybe a few others, but this one's one of the ones that just popped up on Hollywood Suite, so I decided to take it down. We're following Claire. She is a socialite, and at a party she witnesses a vicious criminal stab someone else blatantly, and she is almost killed by him as well, but she escapes in the elevator, and she's convinced to become a state's witness, so she needs to have a detailed protection. And one of those detectives is Mike Keegan. He is a detective who's, I don't know, you can describe him as kind of just like a family man. He's got a son and a wife. They got to move houses for some reason, and they're a very tight-knit family. However, he starts doing late shifts and bonding with Claire because she's bored and scared out of her mind. She does have a boyfriend, but he doesn't pop by often, and there are attempts on her life by this Joey criminal guy who tries to send people to kill Claire. And this movie is basically a melodrama. There's Mike and Claire have an affair of sorts, and even before they sleep together, they hang out and go for a drink, and everyone starts talking, and then they develop a romance, but he's torn, and because his wife finds out. So a lot of bulk of this movie is just drama stuff and romance. There's the movie doesn't come alive with actual threats of violence until like maybe the last 30 minutes or so, and we get a couple of sequences, but overall, this is definitely, you can tell this is definitely one of the earlier Ridley Scott films because it's such a small film. It's literally just a detective watching over a woman and sleeping with her. This movie would predate The Bodyguard by about 5 years, but definitely didn't hit that groove of Bodyguard movie with romance. Tom Berenger's fine in the main role, but he's kind of just like a normal guy, and the action is not particularly special, and the story is kind of basic too. Nothing really happens. In fact, the movie's really slow. So I didn't quite care for this film, but I mean, The Duelist is Ridley Scott's first movie, and that's pretty solid. I like that film. So I guess it depends on what the movie is, right? I mean, if you do something period piece with lots of battles like Gladiator, Ridley Scott seems to be good with like large period pieces, but he's not the greatest with small scale stuff. He also did like Black Rain a couple years later. So Someone to Watch Over Me is kind of boring, and I give it a 4 out of 10.